We have some news just coming in. The Deputy Chief Minister of Delhi has written to the Defence Minister seeking the Army's help to tackle the Covid-19 situation in the national capital. The High Court has asked the Delhi government what has been done to requisition the Army. Delhi government says the request has been sent and this has been communicated to the Defence Minister, is what Delhi government has said. Nalini Sharma is getting us more details on that story. Nalini, tell us more. This is a submission that the Delhi government has made in the High Court.
Yes, Neha, quite an important development coming in because the Delhi government has informed the Delhi High Court that a letter has been written from the side of the Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia to the Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh requesting him to deploy army resources in the national capital. Not only that field hospitals can be set up, but also the burden on the current the national capital can be they've also gone ahead and said army's always been at the forefront when it comes to any crisis in the country, and the national capital currently requires the services of the army, which is why they put in a request to the Mantri so that the army can be deployed in the national capital. This is a suggestion that the High Court had made several hearings back, and also a suggestion that has come in far. The Delhi government finally acted upon it, and it remains what the centre will do now in their powers, and as to whether or not the armed forces will be deployed in New Delhi or not to tackle the entire COVID situation that has arisen.
Well, is also getting us more details on that story. Abhishek, any word really from the Defence Ministry about this? And given the fact that the Delhi government says that we put in a request, what is the Defence Ministry doing about it?
Well, the Defence Ministry has already been working on a plan not just for Delhi but across the country, but more specifically because the acute shortage of oxygen has been faced in Delhi over the last few weeks. As far as the Defence Ministry is concerned, the DRDO is setting up a few oxygen plants. The plan is to have at least 300 oxygen plants in the next few months. But what sources have told us is that 4 of these plants are being readied at a war footing, and these 4 plants are meant for Delhi hospitals, which should be set up in the next week. And this was planned even before the Delhi government has actually made the submission in the Delhi High Court. And other than this, the armed forces are also roping in retired personnel from within the medical fraternity of the armed forces. And there are about 600 retired doctors that have been roped in. Obviously, some of these will be in and around Delhi who can assist the civil administration. Other than this, there is a DRDO set up by a DRDO hospital that has been set up earlier on. It was a 250-bed hospital. The strength has been increased to 500. It is likely that in wake of the growing need for more medical attention and also Delhi government's request now, the armed forces will look at something that can help the Delhi government and the civilian authorities in Delhi as well.
All right, Abhishek, thanks so much for getting us up to speed with that. Also thanking Nalini for her details, her inputs on that story.